Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're well. It's another episode of the Good News Mental Space, and I'm so excited with your feedback. First of all, thank you for the love, and I want to welcome you to this space. My name is Terry Njuguna.
My name is Joy Eve.
And I'm just so excited. How have you been?
I've been so good. How are you?
You're looking good, first of all.
You too.
I love the color. What's this? It's lilac or something.
I think it's
Ama
purple.
tuache tu hapo.
Purple
It's actually
too.
we just stop complicating it.
I mean, like, Grace.
Grace. But we are here on another episode, and we know that you're going to, really enjoy on this as well.
Yeah.
Last time we just shed some light concerning what Good News Mental Space is all about.
Yeah.
And it was really good, but I could tell, there's always some misconceptions around therapy, especially when you begin to talk about like now, Sasa, what are they going to talk about, Yeah, so today that is what we are going to be talking about. And if you have any misconceptions around therapy, this is a really good time for you to tell us down on the comment below. And of course, you can always subscribe, comment, share with as many people as possible, and let them find out about us by this. So let's play a little game today, Joy.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it a bit different. So we have different misconceptions right here in this bowl, and we're gonna each pick, and then you get to tell us. But Mimi, I'll tell you if sometimes I think that's true. So let's just do this in no particular order. So you get to pick, I pick as well. But I'll tell you if some of those things I think,
All right.
Let's go with the first one in no particular order, by the way.
All right.
Therapy is too expensive.
All right. I think it depends.
Okay.
It depends per organization. There are actually like institutions which actually do therapy for free.
Oh, really?
Like for example, Kenyatta Hospital, they have people who actually do therapy for free. So you can just go.
Yeah.
But also they charge for some situations, they charge 500 shillings. So there are some institutions which actually do charge expensive, depending on the expertise of the therapist. Maybe they're a bit older, they have more years experience, and also maybe they have a PhD.
Okay.
It really depends. But I think you just need to get the institution that works for you.
Something affordable, something you can be able to work with.
But good news is actually not so expensive.
That is why we are here to tell you about that.
So
and of course the Grace Forum as well.
Grace Forum is completely free. So when you come in, you definitely have that space to feel safe,
All right, your turn.
All right, let me take the big one. All right. Therapy is for crazy people.
Let me just be honest. When I first heard about therapy, when people when you're around people and they're saying, I was just from therapy, and they're thinking, you must be crazy, girl. You must be crazy. Like, you have gone to an extreme until you're going to a therapy. Like, I never thought, even if you're not to the extreme, you can still just go to a therapist.
Yeah, actually, therapy is not for crazy people. Actually, if you're crazy, you're taken to an asylum. You're handled by a psychiatrist. But when it comes to therapy, you're handled by a therapist. A therapist, you have to actually be cognitive. You have to be able to interact. So in fact, if I'm a therapist, I'm not supposed to be handling any person if they're actually not able to be cognitive. Maybe there's some sicknesses which actually cause the person not to be cognitive, like maybe something called schizo. Hey,
all right, that one we'll put it somewhere.
Schizophrenia. So for schizophrenia, you're not cognitive, so you have to be handled by a psychiatrist. You'll be given medication, then you come back to cognition, and then now we can actually discuss what actually caused you to be in that space.
So it's not for crazy people.
No.
All right, let's pick another one. Another misconception. A counselor does not know me and he or she can't help me.
Oh no.
Like, you don't know me, sis. Like you don't know me, you can't help me.
I think that's actually the best. When I actually don't know you, you actually feel like you can tell me anything, because the thing is, I don't know your weaknesses, so I can't judge you. Like for a friend, they know all your kind of stupidity. So somehow when you tell them this, they may not take it seriously. But for a therapist, when you come and it's a professional relationship, they'll actually you place them in a position to actually be more non-judgmental to you. So they'll actually see you for the situation that's actually happening. That's actually why a therapist cannot handle a friend. Because the friend will actually feel like, oh, if I tell my friend this, they'll actually go tell my friends. But now this is a person who doesn't know the people who actually know you. So even if you share, it actually gives that sense of safety and confidentiality. So
so even the kind of advice you're telling me, it's not from the way you know me. It's very
we're actually
neutral.
Objective.
We're
seeing the issue as it is.
That's a good one. Okay, pick one.
Okay. Therapy is not necessary if you can talk to a good friend. So I think we have touched.
Some of us who have those circles, like, I just talk to my girls. I meet guys for Nyama over the weekend and I'm good.
All right, let me say, there's some people who actually do have good friends who can actually be there for them. But there are people who do not necessarily have those friends. So even if you do have friends, they're not good enough to handle the issue. There's a high likelihood for judgment. So sometimes you may tell somebody, but then the next time they may not see you as they used to see you before.
They can't extend the grace.
Yeah, so a therapist is actually, let me say, we're in a way we are created to be non-judgmental beings. You know, our space is to create that space so that you don't feel any form of judgment. You know, and you know,
that's really good. And I totally agree with that one. That one I do agree. Let's pick another misconception. And please keep telling us on the comments as well. Tell us those misconceptions that you have concerning therapy. Even if it's crazy, we will not judge. You know, we will extend the grace to you.
We will.
So continue doing that. Like, comment, share. Please let your friends and family know about good mental space. The other one. Counseling will change your personality beyond recognition.
All right. So, actually, a personality is actually fixed. So, if you're an extrovert, you're an extrovert. If you're an introvert, it's something that's formed within you. So, the purpose of therapy is to actually majorly empower you to be yourself. So it helps you become comfortable in who you actually are. Most of the times the reason why people actually have issues, emotional issues, because majorly therapy is really helping you in your mind, your emotions, your belief system, and eventually your behavior. So your personality is actually like made to be all it was meant to be, and not necessarily to be
changed or you know. So if I get into therapy right now, sitting here as an extrovert, and it's okay.
Introvert, no, actually
no. All right, sawa. Pick the next one.
Okay, see this. So couple counseling will always make one person the villain.
Partially true, let me just say. But you know, I won't say necessarily people went to therapy and they came out that way, but I think we tend to hear stories from different people. You know, I actually realized there was a problem. You know, I actually realized it was my problem. So you tend to think, why are you blaming yourself? You know?
So I think there are therapists who are not sometimes able to be very conscious about the purpose of therapy, because one of the things a therapist should know is that you need to teach the couple to not be judgmental in that space. It should be a safe place for the two of them, especially when they're doing therapy. You know, nobody is the villain, nobody is perfect, but both of you have made mistakes in the relationship. So I think when we're in that space, we show each other grace, and because at the end of the day, you're not both of you. This is your relationship. You're not enemies,
and it's not one-sided.
It's not one-sided. So I think there are therapists who may not necessarily be conscious, because maybe there are some who have gone through some issues. So, and I think that's why even therapists need to go for therapy. You know, cause
and I found that to be so interesting, really.
Because you're human, you've experienced your own heartbreak as a therapist. So when you come in there, if you've not dealt with it, you may find yourself maybe siding with a woman, and, you know, but it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be non-judgmental, a safe place for the two of them. Nobody should feel like you're the problem. It's the problem. No.
Wow. Okay. Let me pick another one. All right. Counseling takes forever.
it depends how you see it. So I think it also depends with the different issues. So if somebody has been to therapy before, I think by the time they actually come, maybe it's just one thing, but there are some individuals who may need to take a bit longer until you are okay. So therapy is not like an asylum, like you have to go or anything. It's something that you avail yourself when you can. When you cannot, it's okay. But then it really depends. If you feel okay, you don't have to continue. But one of the things we say maximum sometimes for it depends. I can't necessarily.
Again, it depends.
Yeah, but I think up to 6 months for somebody who may not be emotionally okay, can be okay, you know, and then maybe you can go periodically according to how you want. But I think, it really depends per situation. Somebody can go 3 sessions, 1 session, and they're good. So it's really how you are as an individual and what you've gone through, because situations are different. If you look up,
that's it.
That's okay.
Okay, pick another one.
So the counselor will just sit, nod, and say nothing.
Let me just be honest, Joy. A lot of us think that way. Unafikiria utaingia kwa room, find a nice couch, ukae chini, the therapist will not say anything. Just keep nodding and say nothing.
Yeah. I think it depends. Okay, but most of the times, one of the things we like doing is actively listening, because you need to give the other person the chance to talk, and also to, you know, give them the space to actually talk so that they can debunk. So there's always moments where maybe you can come and ask questions. So they don't necessarily just sit, but there are moments where you can ask questions to probe the other person to talk and to just give that space. But there are times we do psychoeducation. You know, after they've already spoken and you've realized, oh, there's a specific thing, maybe I can give you education. Because at the end of the day, therapy is not to tell you what to do or what not to do. It's to give you the space and the information to make your own decision, because you're cognitive, you're not crazy. So I'll tell
you've touched on something which I think is another misconception, that therapy will tell you what to do and what not to do.
It will not. You're more than able to make your own decision. In fact, I need to be able to make you feel you are okay. You're going to be okay. Like, you have the ability to make your own decision. So I'm not here to even make you doubt yourself. I'm here to make you, you know, you're going to be fine. You're good. That's a good decision.
Let me tell you, it's in the way Joy is saying, you'll be okay, that makes you want to come to this mental space. I kid you not. We're not just saying this because we are part of it, but we're saying this because we need a healthy society. So why not start somewhere? Why not just get a place where, like we said earlier on, affordable, something you can work with and get help. Get help. Second last one. This one is for Joy, I'm sure. Let's read this. People will know that I am seeing a counselor if there are some things, by the way, we are afraid of, especially in these spaces of, you know, media personality. You're an actor, you're on TV or radio, you're thinking, kai ni kama watu watajua I'm going to see a counselor.
So actually, unfortunately, there's that stigma, you know, that is there in the society about therapy. So in the States and other countries, it's normal to go for therapy. But now in Africa, it's like, it's something that's coming up. So let me say the awareness is growing. So in some spaces it's not a big deal, but in some spaces there's some people who still feel like it's for crazy people, which is a misconception really, but it's something that Africa is evolving into, because like the society is really getting harder. People need to get spaces where they want to talk without judgment. So I think it's something that's infiltrating. So if you still have that sense of stigma, I think it's something you shouldn't feel like that. You know, it's something that people, you know, we are getting there as Africa. We are getting there. So if you're already ahead, don't feel like
oh my God, what am I doing?
you're already going for therapy. Like, it's a good thing. Other people will catch up. So don't feel
like you're the crazy one,
you're
or the odd one out.
The other ones are analog.
They will come. They will come.
Yeah.
And that's a huge misconception of ikitu si ya Africa.
Yeah.
Baby, this is not our own. Ikitu ni ya majunior movies. This is something we see out there, but not our own. But like you're saying, times are getting tough. So what do? We need someone to talk to. We need someone to help us and guide us, you know. Anyway, the last one.
Yeah.
Keep commenting, keep telling us what your misconceptions are, as well as you subscribe to this channel.
Therapists are all about money.
It's all about the mullah.
Oh goodness. Wow. I don't think as a therapist you can actually be in this profession if you actually don't love people.
Really?
Yeah, and if you do, it's going to be one of the most frustrating careers you can ever be in. Because one of the things you need to be able to build is empathy.
Oh, wow.
You need to be able to feel what somebody else is feeling. It's beyond money.
Yeah.
Though there is that aspect of money, because there are things you need to incorporate, like
put in place,
for therapy to be effective for an individual. But for a therapist, if you do not have a heart for people, I think you will not be able to do it. You know, so it's not all about money. There's that aspect of money where a therapist needs to get to the office. They need to have an office. So, but it's not all about money. You know,
All right. Imagine we are done. We are so done. But you know what? You're out there. You have misconceptions around therapy. You'd want to get help. This is the best place to come to. Good News Mental Space. And we're not just telling you this because we are here. No, it's because for sure there's grace to it. It's not just a place where you come for therapy, but there's grace attached to it. So you're not only just getting help, but you're also being extended to that grace. Life has been tough, and you're getting that grace. So why not get in touch? Tell us also. You feel free, just slide into the DMs as well. Let us know what your take is on this, and if you'd want to get help, we will guide you on how to go about it. So until next episode, bye.